Hello YouTube. So I've been having a lot of requests from you guys that you would like to see a ZED guide. Let's talk about runes and items on ZED. So I have three different builds. One is which is like good for diving and to come back and survive. The other one is like standard with Conquer. I don't like to use Conquer too much personally. I like more the electrocute, like assassin style. It's like more consistent for the early game, and also late game you have huge damage. But if you play against tanks or like heavy like CC, then Conqueror is good, yeah. So let's go with the first build, where it's like Ghost Blade. Then the second item, I always like to buy the ZED boots, like ability haste boots, which gives me a lot of potential to ult and do all these things like early game. Then I go for Mortal Reminder, which gives huge magic armor penetration. And then I go for the Dusk Blade, Black Cleaver, and at the end is Guardian Angel to help me survive. You can, like, if you really are ahead and all, you can go with the Guardian Angel before the Dusk Blade, so you have like double threat, you know, they take you down. Once you have all the abilities back up, you can do again a lot of damage. And for the build itself, I go for Electrocute, then Triumph, which gives me health, then Hunter the Titan for tenacity, and then CDR. And for the spells, there is always Ignite and Flash. The second build is the one which is standard, which is with the Conqueror and AD AP penetration, then slow resistance, which is good against enemies who gives you slower resistance, and CDR, the ability haste. The spells are always the same, Ignite and Flash. And the items, Ghost Blade, then Mortal Reminder or Boots. Better you go Boots second, then Guardian Angel, Dusk Blade, and Black Cleaver. Now for the Rust build, which is my favorite and I like to use it mostly of the time. Also sometimes I switch this to Triumph and I use this build. So I go with Ghost Blade, Boots, Mortal Reminder, or Trinity Force. If the enemy is very squishy, I like to go Trinity Force before Mortal Reminder, then Black Cleaver and Guardian Angel. But you will say Black Cleaver and Trinity Force have the same passive. Yeah, it's true, but the movement speed you already get from the other items. You don't need movement speed, but what you get from here, the damage, shredding and all, and armor, it's very good, and it helps you to kill anyone in the Wildrift. So yeah guys, this is for the builds and the runes. So I'll show you and explain you ZED abilities and how it works. So his passive, it actually means when the enemy is below 50% health, it deals bonus magic damage equal to 8% of their health, of their maximum health. So this is 10-second cooldown per unique enemy. So this you have to make sure that your dead mark hits an enemy when he's below 50% health. It will do a lot of extra damage. So the first skill, the shurikens. ZED throws his shadows, his shurikens, and they deal damage. It's important that they deal damage all the way. Only the first enemy they hit, they deal extra damage. Then his passive is his living shadow. It means ZED throws his shadow and he can cast it again to go there. And when the same ability hits an enemy twice, he gets the energy back, which is really good. So you have to make sure that you hit with both Qs once the light shadow is up. His shadow slash, it's just basically he spins the shadows and it slows them down. So this is very important when you're in the combos, that you make sure that you press the shadow, the living shadow, and then right after it the shadow slash, which will help you to slow the enemies and then hit the first skill right. And for the last, it's his ultimate. It actually goes to the enemy and it marks them, and after the 3.5 seconds the mark triggers and deals a lot of damage. The more damage you deal in between, the more damage the mark will do. So let me show you what I was talking about the ZED, W, and like the second skill and the third skill. So you click on your second skill and then you hover on the third one and you double tap. so this will go so fast that it's impossible to miss it. So let me show you again. It goes like this. When the shadow is flying, you already cast your strike. So let's move to the skills and the combos. So here's an enemy champion. For example, you want to proc your your electrocute. Always look to proc it either with a Q, your first skill, or auto attack. So it's E, first skill, and then electrocute proc. This is when you're lower levels, like level 3, you can start doing this without using your second skill or the shadow. So then, once you have all 3 skills, the most deadly combo in that again, you can try to throw your shadow a little bit left from the Ahri or an enemy champion, not direct on her, so you can still hit the slow, but then you can hit your Qs easily and you can go in with your shadow. Let me tell you why it's important to throw your, if you throw your W here, then maybe sometimes if she moves up, you can miss her, because then both your shadows will go this way, so your second shadow here will miss. Like this. So the most deadly combo in that will be Shadow E and in. This is the one for the most damage. What you can also do like this, and you don't have to go in with your W. You can just stay where you were and you will have a lot of damage with no harm done to you. Now there is another one. Just let me remove the cooldown. Now there is another one. For example, you're fighting someone, you put your shadow back from you, and then same, you press E, you go back and you hit your Q. So this you will do also a lot of damage, and you're disengaging but actually you're doing a lot of damage. Then you can just ult in and you finish the kill. Now for the ultimate, there is just with the practice you can discover many options, but personally what's my favorite, I like to lock on the enemy. This is important to keep locked so you don't miss, or if there is 2 enemies you know which one you will ult. It's very important. So you lock, you press your ultimate, you throw your W, you go here in case the enemy flash. If no, you can still go back to the safety. This is the most safe way to go and to deal tons of damage. So what you can also do, you can put your W here, for example, to escape. You ult in, you E, you can dodge her ultimate and you can run away. You can dodge her CC, sorry, her charm, or whatever they have the enemy. So again, the combo fast version. This one is to really engage. And then after rest of this, if she flash, you can flash at her. You can ulti, again you have the shadows. So yeah, this will be about combos, guys. You just have to practice and like explore whatever suits good for you. For me personally, my favorite is really this combo. If the enemy flashes, you're here, you have ignite, you have auto, or if no, you can just go back to your safety with your shadow. That's why it's always better to engage. It's always better to engage with your ultimate first, not with your W, for example, like this. Then you're really far away from safety if you have to like go back. So yeah, it's the same or even more damage the other one, because the enemy will not expect it, how and from where it will hit the second skill, the shadow. Try to experiment, guys, and you will see. You can also try, for example, you put your W here, you can W back, then you have still your ultimate ready. There is really just use your imagination. Whatever you can do with the Z shadows and the plays. It's really every day you can learn something new. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope this guide will help someone and learn some things about ZED and how to play him, and hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the video, and yeah, see you next time.